If you're a CEO still closing every deal yourself, this explains why. Most sales advice is garbage theory from people who've never built what you're building. I spent 30 years in the trenches, built $100+ million sales organizations, and in the next few minutes, I'm giving you every hard lesson, breakthrough, system that actually works so you can finally get out of sales and run your company. Point 1, never hire before you have a system. The biggest and most expensive mistake I made early on was hiring too soon. I brought on 50+ reps before I understood something painfully obvious in hindsight. Great people in broken systems always fail. Every one of those hires was set up to lose because I was still selling on instinct. Nothing was documented. Nothing was repeatable. I knew how to close, but I couldn't explain it in a way someone else could execute. Your first hire should come after you've documented exactly how you sell, not before. I tried the hire first, figured out later strategy, and it cost me $2 million and failed hires over 5 years. So here's the rule I wish someone drilled into me. Build the machine first, then hire the people to run the machine. It's never the other way around. And if you're still stuck in the weeds doing the selling, it's almost always because the system only lives in your head. Point 2, track activities and not just results. It took me 10 years to realize this. You can't manage what happened yesterday. Most CEOs obsess over the outcome, the close rate, the revenue, the pipeline value, but they ignore the activities that create those outcomes. But sales is built on leading indicators. The magic numbers are simple. Calls per day, discovery questions asked, follow-ups completed tells you everything. When a rep misses their targets 90% of the time, it's not a skill problem. It's not mindset. It's not attitude. It's activity failure. Once you start managing activities, you stop guessing. You stop coaching based on feelings, and for the first time, you actually know why someone is winning or why they're not. If you just realize you've been making the same mistakes that kept me trapped for 20 years, I've got a 90-minute diagnostic that shows you exactly which one is costing you the most money right now. Click the link below. Let's fix this before you waste another year stuck in sales calls. Brings us to point number 3. Your top rep makes the worst sales manager. Here's a painful one. The biggest mistake I made over and over was promoting my best closer into a sales manager role. Great closers are great because they succeed despite the system. They rely on instinct, improvisation, intuition, things you cannot teach. And when you ask them to manage a team, what do? They try to teach those instincts. They can't explain them, and they end up crushing the confidence of people who could have been amazing with the right coaching. Your first sales manager should never be your top performer. It should be your most coachable rep, the one who follows process, not the one who bends it. I learned this lesson after watching 3 of my top performers destroy the very teams they were supposed to lead. And point number 4, document everything or stay trapped forever. I spent 10 years being the only person in my companies who could reliably close deals. And the reason was embarrassingly simple. Everything lived in my head. You can't teach a process to someone with 0 experience, then you don't actually have a process. You have a talent, and talent never ever scales. The breakthrough for me was something I call the dummy test. Write your sales steps so clearly, so simply that a brand new hire could follow it on day 1, step by step. No assumptions, no insider language. No, you'll figure that part out. Your exit from sales doesn't start with more hiring. It starts with a pen and a paper. Document your process and stop being the bottleneck. Point 5, your industry isn't special. Here's the hard truth. Every CEO thinks their business is unique, and that belief is exactly what keeps them stuck. Sales fundamentals work everywhere. The application changes, but the underlying mechanics do not. When I hear my customers are different, I already know the problem. There's just no system. Businesses that scale the fastest aren't reinventing sales. They're adapting proven systems to their world, not inventing new ones from scratch. Your industry knowledge is incredibly valuable, but your refusal to follow systems, that's what's costing you the big money. If you want out of sales, it starts with systems, not superheroes. Build the machine, track the activity, document everything, and stop believing your industry is the exception. Here's what 30 years taught me. Every CEO stuck in sales is making these same 4 mistakes. You can keep making them for another decade, or you can learn from mine. If you're ready to stop being the highest paid salesperson in your company, there's a link below to audit your setup and build a team that actually closes without you. And if you want to see exactly how I train reps who've never sold before to close like veterans, watch this next video.